Hi, Soul Sparklers. This is Darcy Legg, the Sassy Shaman from Darcy's Healing Touch, where my focus goes, healing energy flows. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 types of spirit guides. I'm going to talk about the personal ones, the career ones, and spiritualist. And I got these 3 different types of spiritual guides from James von Prague. Thank you, James. So if you like what you're hearing today, please subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment, do whatever you can. Everything you do is greatly appreciated. So let's get started. The first type of spirit guide, and leave any questions in the comment box. I appreciate any type of questions. Do you, any of you online, do you talk to your spirit guides at all? Do you communicate with them at all? Do they talk to you? Do they leave you signs? Do they leave you messages? Do you know your spirit guides? So in my previous video, I talked about how I got in touch with my spirit guide through meditation. And then we talked about you can also get in touch with them through writing down questions and listening for answers. And you could do it through dreams on top of meditation. This one, we're talking about 3 different types of guides. We know there's more than just 3, but for this video, we're just talking about 3 different types of guides. So the first one is your personal guides. Now, our personal guides are our loved ones that have passed over. So we all have personal spirit guides. Those could be, like, for example, loved ones that have passed over, like grandma, grandpa, mom or dad who's passed over, or even friends who have passed over. So for me, I do have spirit guides that show up that have passed over that are my grandmas. I have grandma on my mom's side and my dad's side, and also my grandpa that'll show up. And I know because I'll have medium readings that'll tell me. And I've had a lot of times, if you've had dreams of grandparents or certain loved ones coming back, a lot of times those will be your guides if you dream about them. So those are the first type, are your personal. Do you have any questions about that? Or do you have a personal spirit guide? Nope. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, we are going to move on then. So the next one is the second one is a career guide. Now, these are the specialists. They specialize in certain things, and they may not be with you for a lifetime. They may show up just to help you out for certain things that are going on in your life. An example of this is when I started taking shamanic classes. I had a week before I started taking my shamanic classes, and this kind of freaked me out because she didn't say anything. I had a spirit show up. And she just showed up. It was like this apparition showed up, and she just stood right there. And she was this Native American right before I took shamanic classes. And I knew she was there to help me with my shamanic classes, but she didn't talk to me. I forgot that I only allowed one Jonah to talk to me, and that's the reason she didn't talk to me, because I only allow one spirit at a time to talk to me. That was my rules, and it was Jonah. So she just stood there and she just looked at me, and she looked really angry. She just looked at me like this. And I was like, ooh, it's kind of scared me to have a spirit show up and just look at you. So, yeah, she was my career, my spirit, my specialist, my shamanic. And Geraldine was her name. And for some reason, I called her Nona. I refer to her as Nona. And she's there. She's there for me when I do my shamanic work. She's my specialist to help me out with my shamanic work. And if I've heard other people that were writers, they will have specialists show up, different spirits to help them when they start writing different books, to help them out with that. So there's all different spirits that come and go. I know when people have babies, they'll have different spirits that'll show up to help them with their babies, their newborns. So there's all different ones that'll show up. It's kind of nice to have specialists. It's like a little team. You have your little team of people to help you. And then the third type is a spiritualist, or their teachers. Now these are the ones that are with us for a lifetime. So this is the first one that contacted me, the one that I refer to as my number one, Jonah. And this is the one that talks to me all the time, that I call him my right-hand man. He's the one that I listen to, and he's the only one that I allow to talk to me. So do you have a spiritualist that talks to you? Leave a message in the chat box and let me know. If you talk to any of your spirit guides. Okay. So, no questions? So these are the 3 types of guides that I'm introducing today. The personal ones are your passed away relatives or friends. Then we have the career, those are the specialists. They specialize in things that are going on with your life. And then the spiritualists are the lifetime guides. Those are the ones that are kind of like the teachers. They're always helping us along. They're always there for us. I call him kind of like my cheerleader. He's always there for me. He's always there to help me, to make sure I'm on the right track and cheering me along. So if you don't have any questions, thank you for watching. And keep on sparkling.